Hello everyone, this is Mike Don 878. I got a SOS Serperior set, and Serperior is part of my serpent type Pokemon team, and he's pretty much the only grass serpent, so I figured, hey, I'm gonna make a set for him, and it's not gonna be a contrary set, cause contrary's not released, and I'm not a douchebag, so no spamming Leaf Storm for this set, so non-Leaf Storm win. And I just like Snivy. I didn't know it was that bulky, but it's actually really bulky, which you'll see if it's base stats. And I'm just gonna hope this clip flips over and wada bing wada boom. There we go. Okay. His nature is Jolly, which is less special attack, more speed, because I want this thing to be max speed. His ability is Overgrow, which is no Dream World. He only has one ability, so Overgrow. And Overgrow, increase the power of grass type moves by 50% if your HP is lower than 33%. His item is either a sash or a life orb. Sash if you want to sword stance, and life orb if you just think you can survive the attacks and you just want to go right for damage. His base stats, his attacking stats are both 75, his defenses are both 95, his HP 75, but his speed is a really high 113 base, so sweeping wise, that's really good. He doesn't even need to be choice scarfed, and he could still outspeed a lot of people. If you did choice scarf this thing, if you felt like it, he could easily take on a few people. So that's that. It's this setup. Anyway, I wanted to explain its base stats are very important because even without defense investment, which this thing won't end up having, it can easily survive a hit thanks to its very good 95 defenses in both. And I also want to point out that if you do run a sash out of Focus Sash, Sword Stance, and Leaf Blade, then Overgrow will activate when your sash activates. So your Leaf Blade plus your Sword Stance plus your Overgrow, that'll be just overkill. Okay, we got his moves and his EVSs and all that here, so let's get to the fun stuff. His EVSs are extremely basic. 252 attack, 252 speed, and then the rest in HP. His moves are Sword Stance, which is his buff, so it's a pretty good buff for a grass type Pokemon. Aerial Ice to hit other grass types and fighting types really hard, assuming that they're really weak. If they're not 4 times weak, don't use Aerial Ice. Use Leaf Blade over Aerial Ice if it's a fighting type. And then he has Taunt to get rid of walls who want to come in and toxic this set, so we can't set up much. And Serperior, he's good on certain types of walls, and I'm just going to go into a little bit of detail about this. He's good against walls that don't have a super effective attack, so they don't have the HP Ice, Fire, they're not a Fire Ice type, Flying maybe, but there's not a lot of flying Pokemon in general out. Rotom might be the most common one, and he's not that common, so Mandibuzz, maybe, I don't know. He can just taunt any wall anyway and just proceed to set up on them. If he's fighting another grass type who lacks HP, Fire, or Ice, he can easily set up because most of them are Subseeders. And if it's not a Subseeder, he has really good defenses to take any hit they land on him. And teams that lead with ground types for Stealth Rock, Serperior can lead off against them and try to one-hit KO them. Most of them have Sturdy, so it won't work completely, but you can easily get the Taunt off and outspeed them too, so he's a good anti-lead. Okay, he's bad against anything that's Scarfed, faster, and has a super effective attack. Grass types have a ton of weaknesses, so that should be going without saying. He should never fight a fire or a steel type. If they're on the field, he should not be out there. He should just get out while he can, because this Serperior is meant to be a late game sweeper. So you want to throw him in later on and watch the damage deal up as you start buffing against their walls. Ideally, you'll send him out against revenge someone against a wall. Technically, if someone's toxic killed or something like that, he's a very good revenge Pokemon in terms of wall. So that's it. Mike Dunn 878 signing out. Comment, rate, subscribe, and follow my Twitter too. I leave that in the description.